become more aggressive throughout the Indo-Pacific, right? I mean, they are openly posturing and flexing at how they can defeat the U.S. military. And while we've been spending, I think the F-35 is finally coming into the point where they've figured out ways to make it very effective on the battlefield. But that program has had a lot of waste in it. The littoral combat ships that the Navy purchased have been an utter failure. There have been a lot of sort of big program failures in U.S. military procurement that we keep sticking with. How do we get away from that and start building a force based on things that actually work and perhaps not necessarily lower tech solution, but a lower cost, more flexible solution?
Absolutely. I mean, that really is the only way out of this box. So there has to be a whole lot smaller bets more frequently. You get, the Pentagon gets backed into this corner of buying these huge programs like you mentioned, the Joint Strike Fighter, for example, because they don't buy enough to move markets anymore. They used to, but now there's just so few major mega programs because we haven't modernized the force since Reagan. We don't buy a one-for-one replacement. So then everything becomes make or break for the companies betting on it. That's not a long-term solution for redundancy and health of the industrial base. What we need are, basically to buy at mass and scale with a whole lot of smaller bets and smaller companies, may the best person win, fast fail, right? And picking winners and losers. What you've seen over the last 15 years with Pentagon purchasing is this reluctance by any political party to basically pick the winners and losers and move on, whittle down, we're going to buy this, and then compete programs after you buy something, not committing for the lifetime. The only 20 to 30% of a weapon system cost is getting it fielded. The rest is its sustainment over time, right? The flying hours on the plane and the maintenance of the wings and the engine and the fuselage and all that. And so if you compete after buying the weapon of who can help maintain it, well, then again, you've strengthened and broadened the industrial base.